The lesson for today is equimarginal principle. Equimarginal principle is one of the ways of determining consumer equilibrium in economics. It is used in marginal utility analysis, which is an approach based on the belief that satisfaction can be measured in quantitative units. Satisfaction is known as utility in economics. A consumer is at equilibrium when he or she derives maximum satisfaction from the goods consumed. Equimarginal principle. Equi means equal. The consumer is at equilibrium when the equimarginal principle applies. Therefore, equimarginal principle states that maximum satisfaction is achieved when the amount of satisfaction from every extra unit divided by the price is the same or equal for the set of goods consumed. The satisfaction from every extra or additional unit consumed is known as marginal utility, assuming the consumer buys 3 goods, A, B, and C. The formula for equimarginal principle is stated as marginal utility of A divided by the price of A is equal to marginal utility of B divided by the price of B is equal to marginal utility of C divided by the price of C. This is based on the assumption that the consumer consumes 3 goods. It could be 2 or any other number of goods. Income is a constraint in using the formula to determine equilibrium. The total amount spent cannot exceed the consumer's income. The total amount spent is obtained by multiplying the price of each good by its quantity and then summing them up. In this case, total expenditure is the sum of the price of A times the quantity of A, the price of B times the quantity of B, and the price of C times the quantity of C. There are 5 steps involved in determining the optimal combination of goods that gives maximum satisfaction to the consumer. They are: number 1, compute the marginal utility. Number 2, divide the marginal utility by price. Number 3, select the combinations that have equal marginal utility per price. Number 4, compute the total expenditure on each combination. Number 5, select the optimal solution. The optimal solution is the one with total expenditure equaling total income or budget. Let's solve an example. The following table shows the total utility derived from consuming 2 goods, oranges and mangoes. Determine the combination that yields maximum satisfaction. If the price of an orange is $2, the price of a mango is $5, and the total income of the consumer is $33. The table shows the number and total utility of oranges and mangoes. Total utility is the total satisfaction derived from consuming all the units of a good. The first step is calculate the marginal utilities for both goods. Marginal utility, which is the satisfaction derived from consuming an additional unit of a good, is computed from the following formula. Change in total utility divided by change in quantity, that is the current total utility, minus the previous total utility divided by the current quantity minus the previous quantity. The first marginal utility is dash because there is no previous total utility. For 2 oranges, marginal utility is 60 minus 50, divided by 2 minus 1. The answer is 10. For 3 oranges, marginal utility is 68 minus 60 over 3 minus 2, that is 8. The table is completed in the same way. Calculate the marginal utility divided by price for every quantity. For oranges, the marginal utility will be divided by $2, the price of an orange. For mangoes, the marginal utility will be divided by $5, the price of a mango. For 2 oranges, it is 10 divided by 2, which is 5. For 3 oranges, 8 divided by 2 is 4. For 4 oranges, 6 divided by 2 is 3. For 5 oranges, 4 divided by 2 is 2. Similarly, for 2 mangoes, 40 divided by 5 is 8. For 3 mangoes, 35 divided by 5 is 7. For 4 mangoes, 25 divided by 5 is 5. For 5 mangoes, 15 divided by 5 is 3. Now looking at the marginal utility divided by price columns for the 2 goods. We choose the combinations that give the same marginal utility per price for both goods. There are 2 possible solutions. The first possible combination is 2 oranges and 4 mangoes, which give the same marginal utility per price of 5. The second possible solution is 4 oranges and 5 mangoes. Both give a marginal valuation of 3. The next step is to select the combination that gives expenditure equal to the total income of the consumer. The first option of 2 oranges and 4 mangoes gives a total of $24. That is 2 times 2 plus 4 times 5. The second combination gives a total of $33. It is 4 times 2 plus 5 times 5. The optimal solution is 4 oranges and 5 mangoes. The expenditure on this option is equal to the total income of the consumer, $33.